Hello there, Internet! Tank Top Douche coming at you with a different tank top, proving therefore that I do, in fact, shower. We're going to feature another deck today that's actually not a homebrew. This time we're tackling the meta a little bit, playing meta. Tackling the meta, playing meta, that's probably not right. But we're playing one of the few meta decks that's actually not totally, completely disgusting. So let's feature Kinky Sermon. Yeah, Kinky Sermon is the not disgusting deck. Yeah, and that's where we're at right now. This is ILLAOI Lux, ladies and gentlemen, and this is a really cool mid-range list that has been empowered by the new card, Riptide Sermon. 6 mana slow speed spell, 4 bilge water that deals 4 to an enemy unit, then you spawn 3, and you also get to deal 2 to the enemy nexus. I really like this spell's design, considering, you know, how the power level at 6 mana is relatively strong with cards like Vengeance. I think that this card does a lot, is definitely strong, but there's nothing about it that really pushes us over the edge, and it happens to synergize really well with Lux, because you're able to hit something for 4 and generate a final spark that can deal 4 to something else or the same unit. So you can tackle big units with this deck, and you can just start picking off the board as well. As a combination of Final Spark and Riptide Sermon give this region combination some burn-styled reach that the opponent doesn't really always take into consideration. So even we can actually finish off games without having it be through the combat phase if we play our cards right. That's such an easy pun that I'm not even gonna. Yeah, what am I doing? Okay, so we have, like I said, Bilgewater Demacia is a very standard take. I believe this is She Who's variant, which I really like because it's playing a one-off of another new card, Royal Decree. Royal Decree is pretty cool in this deck because we can give our own big tentacle +2/+2 and Challenger, right? And that's really good. If we have a very big tentacle, we can give it more power and challenge something, which can be really neat. If we have Sea's Voice, for example, we can give that tentacle Overwhelm and challenge a very weak unit and try to push for lethal, amongst many other things like controlling the board, which is really important. But something that else that this card can do is give us an Honored Lord that happens to synergize with our Hired Guns that we're running as a full set here. We can give units vulnerable. That was, I don't know if you heard that. That was kids like screaming as if they were being murdered. Hopefully that's not the case. But yeah. Where was I? Hired Gun. Yeah, we send people to jail with Hired Gun and a Royal Decree that gives us Honored Lord. He comes out of retirement and he beats their ass because he does not like crime one bit. So that's that. We got single combats, concerted strikes, we got Tentacle Smash, a lot of interaction as a mid-range deck, a lot of disruption, albeit some of it is slow speed, right? So it's not like we're in our opponent's throat the entire time. But we are definitely very, very resilient as a deck, and we build up this nice Tentacle win condition, and we pick off the opponent's board with our engines. And I just really like the way this deck plays. Like there's a heavy discussion going on right now with Legend of Runeterra, right? Like regarding the meta. People calling Kai'Sa, you know, kind of like Victor and then Pantheon on steroids, right? Which is pretty accurate because, yeah, there are certain decks that just kind of like reach a point in which you're like, okay, can you answer my threat? No, you're dead. And sometimes, like, the problem with Kai'Sa is there's just one card that does that, right? So, yeah, it's a bit annoying, right? That and Bard are, like, the most annoying things for me out of the meta. But there's a lot of good things that this brought. I can't wait to dive more into Gwen, for example. Like, it's been way too long. She was the first video, and I already have another idea for her that's pretty spicy. So, you know, I do like Gwen a lot as a champion. Unfortunately, Evelynn is very underpowered, and Kai'Sa is just, like, super toxic. The play patterns, everything about her, I just don't like. And I think she definitely needs to be toned down. So I do like I said, this deck, though, because this represents good old-fashioned Legends of Runeterra, right? It's a fair mid-range deck that is also playing at a decent pace, doesn't necessarily just win with one card specifically. It's the combination of all of them, right, as they all carry their weight. And I really like the late game that we work towards, and ultimately I love the curve as well. So hopefully the gameplay that I got for you guys today can speak better than my words, and I'm gonna stop rambling at this point, you know, because yeah, it's Lux ILLAOI, very fun, wanted to share, so let's get on with it. Have a solid day. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. Hope you enjoy the games. Leave a like if you do. It's free. Free is good. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I turbo through that last phrase. But yeah, hopefully summer's treating you well. It's hot as fuck here in Spain, but you know, it's hot as fuck everywhere from what I can tell, even in the UK. So yeah, watch out, be careful, drink water. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, here we go. Semedenko. It's been a while since we faced Semedenko, right? By Trundle. Timelines, I believe. We got Petrocite and Hired Gun. I'm gonna go for a full mulligan. Even though we have a bunch of 2-drops, and that's nice. I want to find my tentacles. I want to find my champions, because this is gonna be a pretty dragged out game. I mean, we could just automatically lose to Buried in Ice if we overexpose ourselves. That's why I kind of like want to be a little bit quicker here. They Braum emote us as they play the concurrent timelines. Very, very classy of them. I'm playing Forge Chief and Vitrundle. Why?
Let's get to work.
I don't quite understand that. Not gonna lie, that's a little bit weird to me. There's absolutely no synergy there whatsoever. Like literally any 1-drop that spawns something or that gives you something.
Come on, people, let's make tomorrow today.
The sea she calls, the world we answer.
The thermogenic beam. Do we care about that thermo beam? We don't. We take the hit. We could play around it, but I'd rather just want to play my ILLAOI, man.
Truth better. Truth is no begging. Come, witness truth.
We are gonna attack because we want to progress the level up and we want to start spawning. They have a pretty pathetic backline with their insane timeline synergy. I mean, you can make an argument that 1-drops aren't really important because it's not like you're gonna get something that much better. So I guess the Forge Chief is there for when they don't draw the concurrent timelines, which is a legitimate, you know, consideration. I just don't think it's
on the scene.
I think it's very good.
My shield is yours.
Well, I'm gonna protect
Headed in.
Mama ILLAOI.
Freeze.
That doesn't really make much sense. We'll take the hit.
Life has so much to offer. The sea's protection takes many forms.
Bing.
I've got your back.
I like this this Brightsteel Tentacle Smash play here. That's why we played that turn the way we did. So we have, because we know we have exactly 6 mana anyways. Okay, it's getting real now. All right. Now this, because the problem is this becomes a real 6-drop, and we don't like that. We don't like real anything. Okay, that is as real as it gets. Oh my goodness. All right, well we smash. We indeed smash.
Defend yourself. Protect and strike.
They're gonna trade him to ILLAOI. But we gotta attack this way anyways, because we make a big tentacle and we still get good damage through. We deal with their armored Tusk Rider, and we're pushing in some serious damage here. Obviously, Buried in Ice is always scary, but the thing about Buried in Ice is that it's a pretty heavy, expensive play here, and I can just rebuild. Maybe like Vanguard Sergeant into ILLAOI. Okay, we're not playing anything onto this board until they're under Buried in Ice range. I am not about to drop ILLAOI. and get buried. No. Oh. I mean, we technically just like, okay, so we give it +4. Yeah, this is fine. Let's muscle the thermal beam, shall we? Let's spawn 2. Because we gotta make use of the fact that there's no buried in ice next round.
We move against fear, against doubt.
Because now ILLAOI is power! And so are these smashes. Okay. Entomb, alright. Now we smash. And we try to go in. No Lux showcase just yet, but pretty good game 1. I think the only Demacia card that I played was actually Oh, they dropped front though. Oh, wow.
My steel is yours.
Witness truth.
It's a big hit. Dropping them low. And now buried in ice is not something they can afford because of the Entomb play here. So we don't have to worry about it. And not having to worry about stuff is fantastic. We have an ILLAOI here in case we need that, so...
The trolls are going to war!
Life has so much to offer.
Soldiers, me!
Anything else?
They're going wide. I repeat, they're going wide. But we are as wide as can be. I can trade you into you. I can take this hit. But then again, I can just chump block here and develop you.
Press on.
Poro surrounds us.
Because Poro surrounds us.
Protect and strike.
Glory unrelenting!
Just making sure with the most optimal attack, and that works out.
Look and see the glory of Nagakaboro.
I see. Paperback dragon. Papercraft. I was calling it, I don't know, paperback is... That was like silverback. It's like a pretty epic name. I don't know why I go with that a lot though. This deck loves to play Rite of Negation, so Riptide Sermon is not really great here. Answered Prayer is pretty good. Hired Gun allows us to counteract Shan, so I'm gonna keep this in as it is. I could go for damage here, but I'm gonna wait. Actually, I'm gonna wait. I took too long to pass, so they're gonna pass back. Or not.
Scores to settle, cooks to kill. You know how it is.
Success gets you noticed around here.
Yep. Sorry, Action. You're going to jail.
Don't stand in my way.
Locked. Bam, ding. I'm way off sync here. Like, I'm so far behind. What am I even doing? Alright, we could play the Vanguard Sergeant. Yeah, why not?
A Demacian soldier is worth tenfold.
The offers a train to this. I like having mana backup, but it's not like my opponent has a lot of mana themselves. And this ILLAOI curve is still extremely threatening, even without that backup there.
Stand and be tested.
We draw a Seized Voice, but we prioritize ILLAOI because the earlier we get on the board, the earlier we can start counting the damage that we deal with these tentacles, and thus work for her level up, which has
I'll render bloody paths through Shurima.
some serious consequences.
A chance to live. Nagasho.
These two are enough to trade into reggaeton here. Okay. Any removal. Okay, there's removal. If they play anything that's not exhaust here, then they're under renegation range. Otherwise,
Protect my own.
it's definitely a trade that I want to go for. Prevent the damage as much as I can, especially because we're expecting something here. Okay, you know what? No. No. I don't allow it. Okay, still works. Ooh.
Son of a witness.
Okay.
Relish life's bounty.
Show them our metal.
Nagasho.
Nagashul! Is that what she says? I'm pretty sure that is.
Struggle. Fight. Live.
Yes, mama. Will do.
Fixing the world, one scoundrel at a time.
Action is inside. I repeat, action is inside, but he's a little bit later to the party.
Don't do terrible
They
things.
play action before even going for the predict, which is interesting. We're on our way.
What was theirs is now ours.
The ILLAOI level up can be hard, but once it happens, it's just so damn satisfying.
When we look ahead, we know how to prepare.
It's very easy to not take into account like how strong the extra spawn effect is with ILLAOI, because now every time we go, we're encouraged to actually chain small spawns here instead of going for like the answered prayer, because we're always getting one extra, so we can get multiple of them down. And this next open attack is going to be absolutely brutal. There's a supercharge. All right, okay, cool story. I'm at 20 health though. Oh, no. That's, you know, that's kind of,
Villains beware.
that's illegal. What can we draw here? What can we draw here that that allows us to survive this? Sharp sight. Sharp sight is actually perfect. Have we played a sharp sight yet? We have not. Let's go for it.
Life has so much.
Also because we spawn one extra anyways. Okay, no luck here. I cry every time, but
Lived. Ah, a beautiful day for sailing.
we got the Sea's voice. The Sea's voice. To battle! Okay, so if we deal 4 damage here, that doesn't quite put them at the range that we want to put them at. But it depends if they use this to block or not, and if they lose the action, how okay are we with everything else? Because we could just try to like spread out really wide. They don't have single combat or anything like that, so I mean they could very easily have like a quicksand, for example. I'm gonna play this. Because we can always Sermon on the other turn, and plus Sermon, you know, they do have access to Rite of Negation, so...
Do you hear her voice?
Do you feel her presence? Okay, there it is.
Oh, God, no.
Don't touch it.
My resolve!
Violence, chaos, and destruction.
The ocean is never still.
Yeah, we're just gonna Sermon that. Okay.
My time has come.
Still Papercraft, right? I mean, they're playing Supercharged, so is this even... I don't even know anymore. I don't even know anymore. It's fine, we're healthy as hell. I do like leading off with the Broadwing first. Alright, cool story, bro.
Everyone should have a grappling hook.
I agree.
Life is too short for fear. It is good to hear again the mother-sucking
And this trio will do it.
voice.
ILLAOI, it has been too long.
Well, have a beer.
To the sea,
To battle!
her presence.
Yep, that's good enough. There we go.
Poro smiles upon victory.
Me too. Oh boy, I thought Cats is us hated Demacia. I'm actually gonna tweet at him. Bruh, all I see you tweet is about how you hate Demacia, and now I cue into you playing Demacia? Explain. Unacceptable. Alright, so get off with the idol. Bam, ba-da-da. Bam, bam. Bam, ba-da-da. Yeah, look for me. Yeah, we're just gonna curve. Okay, augment. Alright. Do you have another one drop? None of this deck, I mean, that's probably a right of calling, yeah. None of this deck matters until turn 5, essentially. I mean, yeah, it does matter, like, the keywords that you get, but it's all about turn 5, and whether Kaisa, you know, does things or not.
Nagakaburo surrounds us.
Yep. So Preservarium, and now what we're gonna do is...
I remember the fight. Do you hear her voice?
Yeah, that voice. Do you? We gotta get our tentacle as big as possible so that tentacle smash can kill Kaisa. That's not good. I mean, why don't we just tentacle smash? Like, what punishes this? Let me actually take a look at this deck. At least the most common iterations of this one. There's like Quicksand, there's Rite of Negation, there's Cataclysm, there's a lot of shit. But with double tentacle smash, I see literally no reason not to do this. Especially considering Because if they want to develop something else to use with Kaisa, they need to spawn something. Like, they need to spend more mana. This means no rare negation on turn 5. And I'm actually just gonna challenge this thing, to be honest. Okay. They actually lurk. Well, that tells us where they're gonna draw. So I guess they now trade into this. And you have to, right? But then you lose your second skin target. Ooh, they want to keep it. They wanna keep it. Yeah, it's probably a mistake, actually. Yeah.
I can almost taste it. The void. Their every move just makes me stronger.
Discipline and steel.
This will be fun. Do you feel her presence?
Feel her presence! Smack him hard. Now I need to play something to copy the keywords from it.
We love it when they run.
Because that's what the deck is. Like, you kill Kaisa, you win! What a great champion. Ooh, what is this? Poros? Oh my god, it's Poros, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Full mulligan. You know, Tentacle's Mash is a really good card, but in this matchup, I don't really think it's that crucial, and I'd rather have a turn 1 watch wide open. Because this leads to good things. Oh no, it's Lonely Poro. I cry every time. Hopefully you stay that way. Don't get jovial on me. Don't you dare. Your life is misery. Alright. What a dick. Okay, we're gonna... We could just play Hired Gun, but then we lose the ability to just like really do some serious ramping here. Okay, I don't like that. Yeah, let's just do this.
Who's on top of the bounty board today?
Yeah, we're gonna send some Poros to jail. Okay, that's a cheeky play. Cheeky play.
Don't stand in my way.
You got some snacks? You do. Let's keep the mana advantage.
Get bloody, get paid.
Nice. It's a good timing for a Hired Gun. Ooh, another one. All right. I'm gonna pray.
They will sink if you hurt him.
You throw, I shoot.
I've learned a trick or two.
Nice.
Son of a...
We're gonna do this, and we're gonna work on empowering our tentacle here. Poro fly. Alright, they're coming. They're coming. I'm gonna go for a Riptide Sermon. Before they can develop the 4-drop Poro, the Fabled Poro I believe it is, to give them random keywords. I gotta... Ooh.
You witless cretin.
That's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage, but dealing damage to this way I can Riptide Sermon. They're going wide on us though. Problem with all these Poros that, oh no. I can't really spread out any wider here. I have to force some trades. And, pray? Ooh, with that impact, I think we're dead. I think we lose. We can't deal with the Poros. Playing Riptide Sermon just loses the game here. Because we can target, for example, this, take away the impact, right? But we're spending 6 mana to kill one of these Poros. Like, our removal is just very inefficient for what we're facing here. And we're getting run down. I guess we've met our match with Poros. Because we can't keep spawning, like, we're spawning the same on everything. I feel like a one-off of Judgment would be really nice in a deck like this. Oh my god, Judgment would be insane here. Probably even not enough because of double spell shield though. What do we do here? I could have drawn, but it just doesn't accomplish anything. I need to just die. Yeah, definitely. We're just dead. We are just dead. Poro's OP. Poro's OP. You heard it here. Tier 1. Jeez. Oh, okay. So, from Poros to Mecha-Yordles. I'm gonna keep ILLAOI and I'm gonna mulligan away everything else. You generally want to keep your champions always. Both ILLAOI and Lux, unless you're facing like a very fast-paced deck. You want to mulligan relatively aggressively at the same time to ensure that you got the nice... Because the deck feels so much better when you have like Watchful Idol and Petricide Broadwind. Like you have a good opening that allows you to do things and stuff. And doing things and stuff is great. I could open attack, but I threaten 4 damage here if they don't develop anything, and that's worth me taking the risk.
Are you ready?
Did not expect Bomber Twins, that's for sure. Well, we're not gonna run out of gas this game. Just need to maximize our mana. If they attack with this, I can just... I don't want to lose my tentacle, because... the bigger it is, the quicker we level up ILLAOI, right? Because we could trade into the 3-2 now, which may discourage them from attacking. Which is good for us. Because if I'm my opponent and I have this Bomber Twin on the field, I don't feel like it's a really good attack, to be honest, yeah. I just skip. I wait for greater things, even though they're not gonna happen.
Life is too short for fear.
Yeah, I agree. Fear is a very important mechanism in keeping us alive. But we're gonna die anyways. So, you know.
Trust yourself.
Don't not live just because you're afraid. It's literally pointless. I try like this or so much better. Preserving our challenger is just so worth it. Like, yeah, it's a weak challenger, but it's still a challenger. Like, it still dives into something. And the bomber twin just doesn't have a good trade into that. That's why, like, attacking with it earlier was actually a good move, because I would not have blocked into it. I would not have sacrificed my tentacle, and I would not have sacrificed my broadwing. I would have taken 3 damage. But it's one of those plays that I feel like only like really high caliber players are gonna be going for, because it's not an easy one to see. Like it doesn't, at first glance, it doesn't look like a good attack, right? There's a lot of things that could potentially go wrong, but I think every ounce of damage matters, and getting 3 damage in here could help them push for a win if they stabilize more.
Baby, don't fail me now.
As down. Okay, I didn't see the scrap heap. Okay. Okay. Well, whirling death is a thing. There's a lot of shit that can happen here.
I've got your back.
But I very much like this Bricey Protector. It discourages them from attacking. If they do have a whirling death, we can just apply Eye of Nagagaporos and we can draw. I think we do this anyways.
Relish life's bounty.
Bam, because now they're never going to attack, even if they do have whirling death. Yeah. Yeah. Dun, dun. Whirling death is still a thing. It's still a thing. Because things happen, ILLAOI. It's not Hearthstone. Like, they get to do shit on our turn. It's an interactive game, so we have to, you know, do things, because now they do have whirling death.
A chance to live.
We can zone combat in response. Like that. Bam, bam, bam. Didn't expect them to commit like that, but they kind of have to.
Nagakaboro smiles upon victory.